up the mountain, to a place where I can sit my rocking chair. Rode my buddy up the mountain, and I'm never going back again, I swear. Most likely to...
Good morning. It's about 5 a.m. Getting ready to leave camp. When I got to camp yesterday, I got everything set up. I took the medication the doctor gave me, and I did feel a little bit better. I was able to eat, went down, lay down to take a nap, and it started pouring rain for like 4 hours. So I would have had to stop on trail anyway. It kind of worked out that way. The tentative plan, because I woke up this morning still feeling sick, is to get over Pinchot and Mathers and then exit out at the Bishop Pass exit. From there, it'll put me at like South Lake, and then I could get down into Bishop. There's a shuttle that runs if I can't hitch a ride. Take a day off there, see how I feel. If I'm able to get back on trail, I will. I'm leaning more towards having to exit 100% because even after the medication, even after sleeping for like 15 hours, I'm still sick. So I don't think it's 100% altitude sickness because I think I would have been over it by now. So I think there's something else going on. It could just be I'm exhausted. It could be I have a bug. I don't know. But at this point, that's my game plan. Now that may all change when I get there and I may feel 100% great and I'll be able to push on. But right now, my tentative plan is to get to Bishop Pass and exit the trail. That's like 27 miles, so it's going to take me a few days to get there. I'm hoping to get there by tomorrow afternoon. Then I could just camp somewhere there and then exit out. I have to at some point because I am actually starting to run out of food, which is a nice change. But I'm more likely to run out of power before I run out of food. So having said that, I'm going to hit the trail. Got a nice early start. I hope to get over Pinchot by noon and make my way towards Mathers. Okay, I think I got about a mile till I get to the pass. Straight ahead is the pass. That's Mount Pinchot. And I'm pretty confident that's the pass. So because it's a pretty low point, looks like it's easy to access. But if you follow the trail here, it goes up onto that little hill. And then it goes that direction. Still pretty early in the day, so I should be able to get over it in the next hour and a half or so, depending on how I'm feeling. The rocks here are completely different. Look more like, you know, what you would associate with a volcano. That red, deep iron color. Nice little pond at the bottom. All right, see you at the top. Pinchot Pass, 12,000 some feet, 12,100 I think. Did it. Pass number 5 on my journey. Alright, make my way down. I think that's Lake Marjorie down there. I'm gonna stop there, get some water, continue on my path. Woo! Filtering some water next to Marjorie Lake. I saw a couple of trout in there doing their little trout-like things. I bet if you're an angler, this would be prime real estate. As you know that they don't get hunted by humans very often. Deep, cold water. As you can see, there's still snow over there, parts of the mountain. Yeah, I really like it here. It's a beautiful spot. So I'm still at Lake Marjorie, just about to start eating. Kind of wanted to update you a little bit. There was quite a few people that I was hiking with, my tramley, you shall say. Captain Kirk, Don, and Mike. We met at like Crabtree Meadow and Wallace Creek. We hiked Forester together and made it down to Vedette Meadow together. Captain Kirk is he's an older guy. He's in his 60s, but he's super fit, super fast. He said he wasn't feeling really good that night at Forester. And then he summited Forester, and he says, "I'm going to step away from you a little bit because I, just got a bit of a cold." And I said, "Cool, man." We waited for the other two to summit, and then we went down. He took off to Vedette Meadow and to take a nap. And we slowly made our way there. I hadn't been feeling good just because of the altitude sickness. While I was setting up my tent there, the other three decided they're going to push on to a junction to get closer to Kearsarge because they were all exiting to resupply. I gave my information to Dawn, told her to keep in touch with me, let me know how everything's going. And I got a message today that Captain Kirk, tested positive for COVID. I hope he's okay. I'm kind of worried about the guy. I mean, he's an older guy. He's super fit though. He's like a baseball coach and a physical therapist. The dude is like, looks like he runs marathons. I hope he's okay. But going over Forster Pass with COVID is pretty scary. I'm hoping that I didn't get it from him. I'm still super lightheaded. Because of the nausea medication, I'm able, that's gone away for the most part. It's hard to believe that it's still altitude sickness after 7 days. So I don't know what's wrong with me, but I'm more worried at this point about Captain Kirk. So if you're seeing this, Kirk, I hope you are doing all right. I wish you the best. Drink a lot of water, hydrate, and stay safe. All right, I'm gonna finish breakfast and then make my way down the trail. So I feel a little bit like Ralph Wiggum out here on this trail. I've met 2 medical doctors. I met a professor from Scotland. They're called doctors there. I've met a professor from Seattle. Met a financial advisor, a physical therapist, and I just met 2 basically weather scientists. And here I am going, I like dogs. Don't have the smarts out on this trail, do I? But, I do like dogs. So here's my camping spot for the night. I did not intend to go this far, but Guthook was a little bit misleading. There's actually some campsites just on the other side of this ridge. There's a couple of lakes there, but I saw a couple of people there. And if I do have the C word, I don't want to get them sick. So I followed Guthook to this spot. And if you look right behind me, right there, there is Mathers. So it's only like half a mile from me, up half a mile till I get to the top. It's like a 500-foot climb, so it's not bad. I am exhausted. I did not expect to get as far as I did. It's 3:30. I can see why these 2 passes are doable for somebody who's feeling good. You can do it in just a couple of hours. It's really not that far, and it's not that hard. It's down, up, and you're out. I did seriously contemplate just going over the top because, it's right there, but it's a pretty rough downhill, and I think it's going to take me like an hour to get up and probably an hour to get down. And 12 hours of hiking when you're not your best is probably not wise. So, having said that, a short review for today. Gorgeous, stunning area. This section, I'm in love with it. Looks a little bit like Skyrim in and around. Not a lot of people out here. You saw more people over on the other side because it's closer to the Ray Lakes area, so that's been kind of nice. And I think the stars tonight are going to be epic. On that note, I'm checking out. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Good night. Good morning. We're on the JMT, day 8. I did not sleep well last night up here at the pass. It was super windy, and you could hear it in the microphone. It would cause the tent to shake, make a bunch of noise. That I could tolerate. I've got earplugs, but it was the walls of the tent hitting me in the head that kept waking me up. So, yeah, I'm gonna be pretty tired. You can see it in my eyes. Still feeling less than stellar, but I'm going to get up that pass today, right there. And then it's all downhill. It's about a 15.5-mile hike to the Bishop Pass, where I'm going to camp at. And then I'm going to exit out of there and then take a couple of days off and see if I'm feeling any better. If I am, I plan to get back on the trail, but not until about Mammoth, because I'm going to lose several days. And I only have a limited amount of time on my permit. So I'll have to come back some other time, make that time up. Right now, my focus is to get to Bishop Pass. So let's get up this mountain. Another pass. Overall, not too bad. Really rocky, real slick. Makes you slow down. There's 2 pools right there. That's where I camped last night. This side over here is supposed to be kind of hard though. It's the start of the Golden Staircase, which I think they named it the Golden Staircase because the light will shine on it a certain way. It lights up. But I think they gave it a flowery name so you don't realize you're doing like 10,000 stairs or something. Anyway, let's get down this mountain. Pass number 6 in the books. Right, I'm way off Mathers. It's way back there behind me. Going down, following Palisade Creek, down to LeConte Canyon. Then I'm going to turn north. I saved my last nausea pill that I have that the ER doctor gave me for tomorrow. I'm struggling today, but I'd rather save it for tomorrow when I have a really, really big climb up Bishop Pass. So today it's mostly downhill. It's been pretty gorgeous. Waterfalls and a lot of creeks and stuff. It looks like I'm following a creek all the way down to the bottom. Passed a few folks this morning, not a whole lot. I'm really kind of dragging ass today. But gorgeous hike. Still happy that I'm out here and that I've made it this far. I think by the time I've exited, I've done half the trail, or a little over. All right, I gotta focus. I am renaming the Golden Staircase to the Angry Murder Ankle Twisting Staircase. Jesus Christ. Ankle Twisting Murder Staircase? Totally worth it. Wow. I'm halfway down the murder staircase and it's starting to sprinkle a little bit. As you can see down there, I still got a little ways to go. I'm gonna roll the dice and not pull out my raincoat. Everything in my backpack is waterproof. This might give me a chance to cool off a little bit. It's a bit spicy walking down that hill. Let's see. Still got a little ways to go. Okay, onward. In, I thought I'd tell you a little story about one of the few people I was hiking with, Andre. I mentioned him before. He's from the Czech Republic. He took off a couple days ago because he's only here for a short amount of time. And I'm like a crock pot, low and slow. Anyway, I was asking him about his thoughts on America and his first time here and JMT and all of that. He told me while he was waiting for his bus one time in LA that he stopped at a Mexican restaurant. He was hungry. But he didn't know what any of the food was on the menu, and he was too afraid to order something that he would not like. So the dude ordered a hamburger. And I stopped in the mid-trail and stared at him. He goes, I know. So I told him, I said, before you leave America, you've got to have a taco. At least just one taco.
Because come on, man. How can you be in LA and not eat a taco? All right, onward. Hey there, little guy. You got a blue chest, don't you? Okay, I'll let you be. Ooh, that got up my adrenaline up. Okay, so I'm at this really cool meadow, and I saw a doe kind of running through the woods. I'm like, oh, how cool, doe. And then two young bucks and then an older buck came right at me. And the only thing I could think of shouting was, hey bear, because that's what's in my head. I've been repeating it. And I like crossed my trekking poles, ready to go to battle with like these huge bucks. That was terrifying. Oh, wow. Cool metal though. All right, day 8 on the JMT concluded at, I'm like 0.2 away from the Bishop Trail exit. I'm gonna get up over Bishop Pass tomorrow and then find some place to sleep, and then in the morning get down to South Lake. I'd say it was a really good day. Did a lot of miles. I was able to eat for the most part. Kind of struggled to get through dinner. I think my stomach has shrunk because it was just a small amount of mashed potatoes and I still couldn't get through it, but overall really good day. I fell in the river, which was kind of nice. If I have to kind of give a review for today, I would say a lot of stairs. I almost got attacked by a deer times 3. Good camping, decent spot, and I fell in a river. So I guess that concludes day 8 on the JMT. Next time you guys hear from me, it'll be in Bishop. I'm running out of battery power, so I'll probably do a whole lot of recording tomorrow. My main goal is just to get out of the mountains and get checked out. So I'll see you guys later. Good night. Oh, day 9 on off the JMT. I didn't film anything today for 2 reasons. One is my GoPro was pretty much dead. I didn't have any charge left in it, and my power banks were dead. And I was trying to reserve what battery power I had on my cell phone in case I needed it. And I was basically doing everything off my inReach. Second is my goal was to get off the mountain as quick as possible. My original plan was to get up over Bishop Pass, which is like a 4,000 foot incline from where I was. It was way down there. Top of Bishop Pass is just under 12,000 feet, and I was like at 8,500. I was like way down there. Anyway, once I got up over Bishop Pass, I was planning on camping somewhere along the trail before the parking lot of the lake, but I just booked it and I made it down the parking lot by like 3:30. I was gonna wait for the shuttle, but then I got a ride into Bishop, so Tree got me a hotel room. I'm all set up here at the hotel. Tentatively, my plan is to go get tested for COVID because it's all over the trail. I know at least one person that tested positive when I was around them, and then I ran into another person who was coming back on trail for recovering from COVID. He picked it up in Yosemite, and it makes sense why it's all over the trail. I mean, you wouldn't think so being out in the wilderness, but the way that backpacking works, it totally makes sense. So you wake up when you want, you do what you want, you go as many miles as you want, you go swimming, you go take pictures, you go have a long lunch at a meadow with frolic with marmots. But when it comes to camping, you generally camp around each other and you hang out, you have meals together, you shoot the shit for a couple of hours, you know, and then you go into your tents and go to sleep. So I think that's where the big problem is and why it's spreading so fast. You know, you're out in the wilderness, you don't think about it like you do when you're in town. So, having said that, I got to figure out where I'm going to get tested. I was looking online, I can't find anything locally. I'll try like an at-home kit or something. But I'm also going to be planning my resupply. If I can get back on trail and I'm negative, I am going to get up to Mammoth in the next couple of days. And from Mammoth, jump on trail there. I'm going to miss one of the most beautiful sections of the trail, but it can't be helped. I'm just too far behind at this point. That if I try to go back out now over Bishop Pass, I'll never complete the hike. My permit will run out before then. So basically today, short review of today is I hauled ass. I hauled lots and lots of ass. I was practically running down that mountain. But I'm full of tacos, and I've got a warm bed, and I'm so happy, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Okie I'm at the Vons, waiting for the Mammoth Express bus. I got a negative COVID test, so that's good. But I still feel kind of crappy, so it's probably just a cold. Gonna get on the bus to Mammoth, check into my hotel, pick up my resupply box. I got some Dayquil and NyQuil to kind of help me, and if I'm feeling better tomorrow, then I hit the trail. I think it should take me 6 to 7 days to complete the trail. Depending on how I feel, I can exit at Tuolumne Meadows or make it all the way to Happy Isles. Either way, I think I'm 90% sure I'll be back on the trail soon, so I'm pretty excited about that. Okay, people are staring at me at the Vons now. See you later. It is late October, and I thought I'd take this opportunity to kind of, first of all, thank you for watching my videos and explain to you what happened and why I had to quit the JMT. To start with, if you noticed in the videos, I was struggling to breathe through almost the entire hike. Even at camp, I was struggling to breathe. So if you listen carefully, you could hear me. And it was because I was suffering from altitude sickness for a majority of the hike. Now, I knew that I had altitude sickness because I experienced it in the past, so I had talked to the doctor and got some medication for it, some Diamox to help combat that. Fortunately, it didn't do me any good, and the symptoms of altitude sickness matched the side effects of Diamox, so it was a double whammy. So that was not ideal. On top of that, I wasn't eating, which again is a side effect due to the altitude sickness. So my energy was really, really low. In the videos, you saw me hiking with a group of people, and one of those people tested positive for COVID. And when I started showing COVID-like symptoms about 7 days in, I decided that I had to get off the mountain and get tested at a minimum. During that time, I struggled and I struggled and I struggled, probably harder than I've ever done on anything ever in my life. And hiking's not supposed to hurt this much. So I elected to get off the trail at Bishop Pass to just try to recover. So there were, you didn't see a lot of footage of that because I just wasn't feeling good. I ended up in my hotel room when I slept for several hours. I ate a bunch of food, so I was finally able to eat being off the mountain. But I was still very dizzy, very fatigued, and very weak, which I shouldn't be. I trained very hard for this hike. I was doing 2-a-days at the gym with weights. So I don't know what was going on. When I got the negative COVID test, I decided to push on to Mammoth to at least pick up my resupply and to see how I feel, to maybe take another couple of days and then hit the trail again at Red's Meadow and just do the last 60 miles of the hike. But when I woke up that first day in Mammoth, which is at a higher elevation than Bishop, I think it's like at 7,500 feet, everything hit me like a ton of bricks. I was nauseous again. I had zero energy, my cough was coming back, and I just elected to leave the trail. So when I got back to Lone Pine, I met up with my cousin at the ER and was getting checked out because I was really concerned. I should not be feeling like this. Getting off the mountain is how you stop altitude sickness, and I was still showing symptoms. The ER doctor, Dr. Silver, examined me and found that I was actually very anemic, which is unusual, and on further examination, he found masses in my uterus. So I had to get home and get that all checked out. So I'm recovering from surgery now. It's had my surgery about 2 weeks ago. This is the first week where I actually felt like a human being again. So unfortunately,
due to circumstances beyond my control. My body gave out on me on the hike. So honestly, at first I was very upset emotionally, physically, that I couldn't complete this hike, that I felt like a loser and a quitter. But once I got back home and I took some time and I talked to the doctors and I realized just how bad it was, I know that it wasn't my fault. There was really nothing I could have done. And the fact that I made it as far as I did was a triumph. So here I am at home, recovering, having coffee, making Trig do everything. And I hope to start planning my hike for the next round of the JMT, where I'm going to enter back at Bishop Pass and then complete the hike. So if you're interested in coming along, hit me up. I want to thank you guys so much for coming along, and I love you all.